Today I'm going to tell you 4 things that manipulative people say, especially when you try to be honest and set boundaries. And I'm also going to tell you what their manipulative language actually means if you were to decipher it with honesty. You see, manipulative people will frame words in such a way that it makes it seem like you are bad and they are good. And they do this in an attempt to take advantage of the fact that you want to be good. And so if they can convince you that you being honest is bad, then you'll stop doing it. This is the fantasy world that they create, wherein being honest and standing up for yourself is bad, while them mistreating you is good. Number 1, you're just overreacting. The honest translation to this is, your current feelings don't matter in this relationship because they are inconvenient to me. I'm perfectly fine making you feel guilty for having the nerve to express yourself in my presence. Your honest expression of your feelings is too much for me to handle, so you should just stop expressing your feelings in order to soothe my imaginary pain in this situation. Number 2, I always did my best, but I guess it just wasn't good enough for you. The honest translation to this is, I certainly never did anything that merits any kind of criticism because everything I did was good, since it was my best. I am not the problem. My behavior towards you is not the problem. My mistreatment towards you is not the problem. You are the problem for having such impossible standards to live up to. Now go sit down and be quiet while I continue pushing you around. Before we get to number 3, if you guys wouldn't mind taking a couple milliseconds and subscribing to my channel, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Number 3, why are you doing this to me? Are you trying to hurt me? The honest translation to this is, you should stop expressing your feelings because it is exposing my behavior towards you. I am now going to act as if I am upset in order to make you feel guilty for being honest about your feelings. Allow me to remind you, my feelings are more important than your feelings, and your feelings are causing me to be upset, which is not permissible in this relationship. Even though I'm not actually upset, I'm just acting upset to manipulate you. So if you ever feel upset, you should just keep it to yourself because otherwise it'll make it more difficult for me to mistreat you. After all, this relationship only serves to suit me, not you. And how dare you try to disrupt that dynamic by sharing your feelings? Number 4, you're gonna miss me. The honest translation to this is, clearly you're choosing to stop spending time with me because you're delirious and just don't understand how wonderful I am. It has nothing to do with my mistreatment of you and everything to do with your poor judgment. You're just being stupid. Your experience of being mistreated is wrong. I treated you amazingly. You just have poor judgment. And hopefully, eventually, you will feel guilty enough to bring me back into your life so I can resume mistreating you. As you guys can see, there is a reason why manipulative people are not honest. Because honesty would reveal the evil with which they are conducting themselves. So it is far easier for them to create these fantasies where you are the bad guy for being honest about your feelings. And the truth is, a truly honest person cannot be in a healthy relationship with a manipulative person. And a pushover is the fuel of a manipulator. And when you deprive them of your spinelessness, you are starving them of their energy source. They only want to keep you around to use you for their own selfish gain, not to love you. It can really ruin your life to be surrounded by such evil. But the first step is seeing these people for who they are. And I know that's tough. I know that's tough. I've been there. But you know that phrase from number 4 where they say, "You're gonna miss me"? There's this funny thing that happens, you know? You don't actually miss them. You actually feel better. You feel relief. You don't miss being disrespected. You don't miss being lied to. You don't miss being undermined or abused. You don't miss any of that. They miss you. And they miss you because they can no longer take advantage of you. But you deserve better. And that means they don't deserve you. And when that finally clicks in your head, it'll be the start of an entirely new life. Thanks for watching.